is Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks. And according to this, we're not broadcasting, but we are. So who knows?
Okay then. Well, we hope you can hear us. This is James Maynard, otherwise known as Sweet Baby James. You have come to Lighting the Way, Granny Raps and Rocks. Please do chat with us. I'll get the chat. She will be able to respond to you in person if you're here in person. Otherwise, leave a comment, and she will comment back to you.
Later, when
Later.
it comes. So look at this.
Oh, yes. Catalina says good evening and sends a heart of love. Thank you, Catalina.
Good evening. So despite the fact that I keep getting this message that we're having problems with the broadcast, we are broadcasting.
Yes. And Amy says, hi, Beth and James. We'll be listening while Tracy is here, and says hello from Tracy and Barry.
Oh, hi.
Well,
Well,
welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
we're always happy to see you, Tracy, but Barry is kind of one of our newer audience members.
And here's Todd, and he says, hi, Beth and James. It says a heart of love and caring. Thank you, Todd. Great to have you with us.
Lovely. Well, it says absolutely that we are not streaming. So it seems that we are, despite that. And I'm going to just ignore those messages and carry on. Wait a minute. It looks like we stopped. Anyway, doesn't that look like we stopped streaming?
It says live over here. It's not flashing, but it says live.
It's not working.
I'll do a refresh.
No, James, it's not streaming.
Okay.
Okay, so, okay, hopefully we're
I
back.
turned to yellow.
Okay.
It's now
Oh,
green.
now we're green. So now
Back
we're
in the
broadcasting again. I don't know. Hopefully we're catching up. I'm so sorry. I don't know what is going on with the internet, but there it is. Okay, shut that woman up.
No.
Okay.
Just our line is being tapped, that's all.
I hope that you guys were able to stay on with us. Tonight I have something to talk about that is very important to me, and it has to do with Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And you're pointing to something. Oh, great. You're pointing to the title of the show. I love that. Okay, the title of the show is How Can We Be Upset Yet Thankful at the Same Time? Now, does anybody want to get the answer to that question?
Oh, I want the answer to that one.
I want the answer to that question too.
Especially in the wake of the recent election.
Well, yes, but the question is, are we actually broadcasting? Or
Well, it's showing green up
claims
there,
that
so I
we
think
are
it is.
broadcasting, but it doesn't look
Would
that
somebody
way.
out there please tell us if you can hear us?
Right. Or see us, or can
Or
you
see
do a
us.
refresh?
Now I'll do
oh.
a refresh.
Yes. It's not refreshing. Okay. I hope we're broadcasting. Anyway, guys, I want to talk about this topic because obviously it's Thanksgiving, right?
We are now live.
And yes, it looks like we are broadcasting again. All right, we are still
Todd says,
broadcasting.
it is streaming. Don't listen to what it says.
Oh, thank
Lynn
you.
says it's working on YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, great.
Elizabeth says you are still broadcasting.
Thank you.
And Tracy says you're still streaming.
Yay, yay,
Thank you for all
yay.
that
Okay.
support. That's wonderful.
Yes, and I'm so sorry for all this delay. On our side, it just stopped altogether in every way. Okay, so I was thinking about this because, you know, a lot of people are upset these days for a lot of reasons. We have personal reasons, we have political and social reasons, we have economic reasons, we have all kinds of reasons, family issues and so on, that make us maybe upset or distressed. And so how can we be thankful when all of that is happening? So now I want to put this in a slightly different perspective, right, which is what I like to do. And what it is this. Life is very complicated, and we always want things to be simple.
Oh.
So how am I doing? Is it good? Is it bad? Is he good? Is she bad? Who should I vote for? Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? And all of that. So First thing, and oh, that's terrible. This one died. Oh, that's terrible. Well, is it terrible or is it a blessing? Is it terrible and a blessing? Trump was elected. Oh, yay. Oh, boo. Is it yay or is it boo? Is it yay and boo? And why would it be yay and boo? Well, we don't want that. We want everything to be simple. It's like, okay, tell me, what should I be cheering for? Which side am I on? Okay, here we are living the reality of life. I'm for this, I'm against this. Oh, but now I learned something more. And I said, well, maybe I'm not against that. Oh, no, maybe this person really has some good qualities. Maybe this person doesn't have any good qualities that I thought was wonderful. Anyway, I want to start with that as a perspective, which is that things are very complicated, that life is complicated, that people are complex, and that we shouldn't always, and that life is very challenging, and yet we have these very narrow concepts of how we should be reacting, or how we are reacting, or how we are feeling. So I'd like to give some examples, and then I want to get to what's at the bottom of this and how we can be thankful, and because I really mean this, is let's say you're somebody who really was very progressive, and you were in the progressive ideology, and you were supporting Kamala Harris, and she lost. Okay, now you're supposed to be depressed. Now, let's just suppose, that Kamala Harris represented a wonderful wing of the Democratic Party that was not willing to turn the world upside down. That it had gotten kind of like, okay, we accept the status quo. We're not talking about income inequality. We're not talking about the rich nations and the poor nations. We're hardly talking about climate change and the responsibility of the wealthy nations for climate change. We're not talking about any of that, but we really wanted Kamala Harris to win because we liked her better than the other guy. And it could have been the other way. Oh, you were pro-Trump because, oh, throw the bums out. You know, you thought he was going to change everything.
Mass deportation.
And he was going to change everything. And then you discover that he's putting these people in office and you don't necessarily like what he's doing. And like, are you supposed to be boo-hoo or who-boo? And, you know, it's like, oh, so if you're on the other side, you say, see, look at that. You made a mistake. You shouldn't have voted for him. Oh, look at that. You shouldn't have voted for her because... Okay. We have a very superficial understanding of the world, and we want to keep things very simple. So here's the simple answer. You should believe in this, and you should vote for these guys. Never mind that they never deal with the real issues. Now, when I say the real issues, I don't mean that they don't deal with things that may impact your life personally, and that is real. I don't mean it that way. But I mean the underlying issues. So in that respect, I agree with Bernie. Bernie Sanders was talking about, oh, the Democrats aren't talking about this and they're leaving the working class to the Republicans, right? And then I said, are you crazy? What about all these women, black people, Hispanic women? They're not working class enough for you. Only white men are working class. And you say, well, you're not dealing with the working class. Okay. Oh, well, no, what you mean is we're not dealing with we're not appealing to the white men. So we're not looking very deeply at this, are we? We're looking for answers that don't have anything to do with, okay, so what did we discover? And I talked about this very recently. We discovered that our working class, which we love so much, right, is very macho, really responded to a macho message, and is at the same time quite racist. Isn't going to vote for a black woman for president. Okay, well, bad news, right? But is that the bottom of it? No. So by losing the election, the Democrats have an opportunity to ask themselves, what are the real issues? And what can we do to really change our world? And I didn't hear a lot of that. I heard things like, well, let's give more of this and more opportunities and so on. It's like, oh, get more women into high positions so that they can act just like men. So let's say we go beyond that and say, well, why is so much of the working class racist and sexist? Well, Christian nationalism, we've always had it. I mean, who do you think was doing the Constitution? How many black people were elected to the what did they call that?
Congressional Convention.
The Constitutional.
Constitutional
yes,
Convention.
the Constitutional Convention. How many black people were there? How many slaves were there?
Zero.
Zero. How many women?
Zero.
Zero. So people are saying, oh my God, all of a sudden this is terrible. White nationalism. Hello. It's always been a white nationalist country. Haven't you noticed that? And it's been a white nationalist patriarchal country. Now, all of a sudden people are afraid they're going to lose the little snippets of power that they have, and they're getting kind of mean, and they're going to fight, and they're going to fight against those, dirty colored people and women who are being uppity and all that. Okay, so have we reached the bottom? No. We still haven't reached the bottom. You know why? Because deep down inside, so we go back to income inequality. It's all about power and money, right? Oh, it's about capitalism. Capitalism is a system which has one basic value: making money.
Mm-hmm.
Making money is the bottom line in a capitalist system. It's like, how much can I exploit your labor so I can make more money? Yes, So, and let's get more of it to me and to my friends. Yes, Elon Musk and all these other buddies who are buddying up there and who are going to be running our lives. And we say, well, that's it. It's the capitalist system. Well, I would say yes. See, first, and because, the capitalist system, they try to divide the masses by race, by gender, so that they can continue ruling. So now we know what the problem is. The problem is capitalism, right? Well, and we can look even beneath that, because one of the things that we could say, well, even underneath that is the problem of women, right? Women around the world have been oppressed longer than there was capitalism. Now, there are some societies where women have some say, or a lot to say, but in most, no, women have been at the bottom, right? So you can say, well, the problem is the oppression of women. Because one of the things that happens with the oppression of women, and this is really important, is that it's about women's work not being valued, caring, love. We don't come from a loving society. We come from a society that values money, whatever makes money.
Money makes the world go round.
Money makes the world go round, girl, again. Money makes the world go. Okay, so if money makes the world go round and women aren't paid for housework, then women are poorer and have less power in the world. We've all seen this. This is a reality. Why don't you take the possibility of women making money away from us, and then we won't be able to say anything about anything, because we'll have to ask our husbands to sign our applications for credit cards like we did not that long ago. So you could say, well, okay. It's the oppression of women that's really at the underneath all the problems we have. So because we don't value women, we don't value the work that women do, we don't value caring, we don't value nurturing, we value killing, we value, there were mercenaries. Mercenaries made money going out and killing people, right? I didn't see too many housewife mercenaries around.